42. Now, 42 is the biography film on Jackie Robinson in his first year in baseball and how he dealt with racism and segregation at the time in the 1940s. Now, I was really looking forward to 42. And I gotta say, this movie didn't do it for me the way I wanted it to do it for me, because what really held this movie back from being a good, decent sports film was the editing. It was hard for me to get behind Jackie Robinson in this movie. I know the fact that it's a true biography story, but it was hard for me to get behind him because of the editing. The editing in this movie was really choppy. And there are certain movies that deal with segregation and racism when it comes to sports movies, like, for instance, Remember the Titans. Now, in that movie, I was behind the characters because you felt that, you were actually there. In this movie, it was hard for me to follow Jackie Robinson through his struggles as a black African American, because the scenes that he struggled with, the scenes that he actually had in the movie, didn't last long for me to get excited or enraged of what they were doing, what they were actually doing for him. Because there were scenes where he dealt with fans, other coaches, and even teammates. And I understand what he went through, but for me, I just couldn't be emotionally invested the way I wanted to, because when he had scenes like that with arguments with teammates or other coaches, it was just cut short. So I couldn't be emotionally invested into the struggles that he actually went through. And that's what the editing really did. It really chopped up the way I wanted it to be, because honestly, Jackie Robinson is one of those people that revolutionized the game of baseball and one of the first black African Americans to be initiated into baseball. And I really wanted him to show how that he did struggle, but I wanted a little more to expand on. And this movie didn't do it for me. I couldn't be emotionally invested into the film because of really the editing. That editing really hurt it. Now, this movie stars Chadwick Boseman. I think I'm pronouncing it right. And honestly, for an unknown actor, he did a good job. I liked his performance in the movie. He had a good charismatic feel to Jackie Robinson, and he was really good in the film with his performance. And this movie also stars Harrison Ford. Now, Harrison Ford is a good actor, but there are some movies where he phones it in, and you can really tell, like Cowboys and Aliens. But in this movie, it looked like he really had a good time, because you can see it in his performance in the film. Like I said before, this is an autobiography of Jackie Robinson, so you see the struggles that he went through, but it just really didn't do it for me. Now, like I said before, there are certain movies that push the boundaries of segregation and racism, and you behind the characters and actors and they do their struggles, but this movie didn't do it. I think it was kind of afraid to push the boundaries a little bit the way other movies did it, like Remember the Titans, and then some other movies that did it as well. So I really couldn't be emotionally invested the way I wanted to. And I really wanted to love 42 because I'm a big sports guy. I like baseball. Yankees is my team. I just couldn't get into it the way I wanted to. I really wanted to love it, but I just couldn't. Now, honestly, I think it's a movie that is not bad whatsoever. It's not the worst sports movie I've ever seen before, but it's not one of those movies that is going to change the game the way sports films are. Like Remember the Titans, Friday Night Lights, maybe even Gridiron Gang, which I thought was very impactful as well. But it's one of those movies that I think if you are a true baseball fan and like Jackie Robinson as a American legend the way he is now, I think you will enjoy it. But it doesn't hit home the way I wanted to hit home, touching on all aspects and really getting behind the character of Jackie Robinson, because he really did struggle. Now, I think if they expanded on some of the scenes that he really struggled with teammates and other coaches, then I think it would have been better. Because where I think it fell is that when you can't get behind a character, it's hard to root for him, and the fact that he does accomplish certain goals, overcome certain adversities, you really can't get behind him because the adversities were short-lived. So for me, 42 was a okay movie. I say go check it out if you're a baseball fan or a Jackie Robinson fan. So for me, 42, it gets 3 out of 5 stars. I wanted to love it, but I just couldn't. And I really did want to love it. So if you like this review, please rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, Movie Nation.